Making two portions of water out of one, a paper was pasted on one bottle that had "Thank you" typed on it by a word processor. On another bottle the words "You fool" were placed. Then both bottles were left that way for one night. After freezing and photographing this water the next day, it was found that the two water samples showed remarkable differences from each other. Dr. Emoto did the experiments without giving any information to the experimenting team. He also changed the experimental staff and ran the tests again, always obtaining the same results.
The crystal that was obtained from water exposed to "thank you" in Japanese has a well-balanced shape. It is similar to the crystal that was exposed to Goldberg variations, composed by J.S. Bach in order to express his gratitude.
As you can see, the words "thank you" in Korean on the left and in English on the right must have been derived differently.
This is the crystal from the water that had the Japanese word for "you fool" on its bottle overnight. It is similar to the one from the water that was exposed to heavy metal music. The lyrics from this music are similar to saying "you fool" to society, so the consequences appear to be the same.
The English words "you fool" were also pasted to another bottle. It seems that there is a difference in the etymology of words because not even one similar result was to be obtained, although the resulting pictures, as the one shown here, are also quite disordered.
"You make me sick! I will kill you!" These are the words that young people often use these days. Subsequently, the shape of the water was as ugly as one could have expected. The crystal was distorted, imploded and dispersed. It really was a visual image of these words. That we exist in a world where words like this are used so regularly and without due consciousness should seem to be cause for concern.
Here we can see positive aspects of people's consciousness contained in the words love and appreciation. Indeed, it seems that there is nothing more important than love and gratitude in this world, and just by expressing these attributes, the water around us and in our bodies changes positively. Strong resemblances to the crystal with the English words "thank you" are also obvious.
Another finding in this regard is most interesting. Placing water in front of a TV or PC monitor will also cause destroyed and ugly crystals. This is easy to understand for everyone, knowing the destructive force of diffuse electromagnetic fields. But when water has been charged, that is, influenced by love and gratitude before placing it in any electromagnetic field, the structure will be kept stable and no destruction will happen at all.
In this picture, the water crystal recognizes the word soul and gives us this clear message. Would it be exaggerating to suggest one can see the vast infinite in the center of so many gem-like crystals?
Here you can see the result of exposing water to the Japanese letters for angel and devil. What conclusions could we find here?
Dr. Emoto's team wanted to see if a word that was commanding, such as "do it," and a word that was encouraging, such as "let's do it," showed different results. These are words that we use every day without thinking much about it. It won't surprise you anymore to learn that the water is sensitive enough to make visible, subtle messages of the intonation, which transmits impressions on the person one talks to.
The photography staff were astonished when hearing of the idea of showing people's names to water. Dr. Emoto initially made a few photos from water exposed to a friend's name, as he wanted to thank him for his kindness towards the Hardo membership. His friend's attitude was full of love and gratitude, and so the pictures resulting from that experiment revealed an amazing beauty, all 100 different drops of that sample. Love and gratitude would appear to be a great force in this universe.
Amaterasu Omikami is the most important Japanese god. Each branch of this crystal looks like the pendant paper stripes that a Shinto shrine uses in its divine services. The center of the crystal resembles the divine mirror, which is how the Shinto religion refers to God's spirit. A shape like the sun appears in the center, where one can feel light shining gently out.
The crystal of water which was exposed to the name Adolf Hitler looks like that of the water that had been exposed to the words "You make me sick and I will kill you." However, it was also possible to obtain a few pictures like the following, although the number was admittedly small. This sample did not form a complete crystal, but it seems as if it is trying to crystallize. When we look at this, we can realize that there are no truly evil human beings, because everyone has conscience rising from the spiritual spark, which we carry, normally hidden, in the depths of our being.
Here once again Dr. Emoto enlarged the experiments to expose water to pictures instead of words. Again using basic distilled water, the picture of an innocent child was placed below the bottle. The crystal obtained the day after freezing the water looks like an ice flower of marvelous purity.
After Dr. Lee H. Lawrenson married his wife Penny, she soon became seriously ill, and her physical condition deteriorated, and she became very weak. When trying to understand her illness, and after a long search for the right treatment, his attention was directed to the fact that water accounts for over 70% of the human body. Thus he began to consider the consequences of trying to change this water. As a result of his research, he began developing micro-clustered water for his beloved wife.